Hello traders, Mark Chapman here, the creator of the trademark Trap Traders concepts. Welcome to today's Trap Traders Trade of the Day analysis. Today's date's Monday, the 18th of September 2017. A little bit more going on in the news wires for a Monday than usual, with the big high impact event scheduled this afternoon from Mark Carney, the Bank of England governor, to give a speech. And he's supposedly going to answer questions as well. So people will be obviously probing him for further clarification on inflation and the potential for a rate hike in November. So keep an eye out on that. But I just wanted to bring your attention to this particular trade. This is the Euro New Zealand on a daily chart, and this looks like it's going to be a decent place to get long. And let me just explain the difference between a normal break pullback, which is what the vast majority of people believe to be a good idea when you're trading a retracement into prior resistance, right? So here's your resistance, and then it breaks up through the level. But what a lot of people just don't have an understanding of it. What a lot of people miss is you want that trapping element prior to the break up through the level. So it's not good enough for you just to have a standard level, which is like imagine here's your resistance, right? Imagine the standard level of resistance like that, and it just went straight up through the level. There was no selling prior to the break, right? So there was no selling prior to the break, it just went straight through. That is not a smart retracement to enter a buy trade off, because all you're doing is essentially hoping that there's going to be demand there because there was prior resistance. Now, rather than hope, in this scenario there's going to be some demand there, because if you think about this, if you were looking at this chart at the hard right edge, right, which is where the price is in the here and now, before it played out, just look at what you'd have seen, right? You would have essentially only known that much information in here, and you have an engulfing candle at a prior level of resistance, which looked to be fairly strong. Price pivoted kind of nice from there. So people would have taken a short in there, believing that this was going to sell off. But of course, no sooner did they pull the trigger and went in that trade, it reversed and strongly broke up. So what's happening over here as a result of that? Well, basically what will happen over here is those traders who are caught in those trades and who perhaps cancelled their stops because they'd have placed their stops just above this level, right, who cancelled them and then went through obviously the psychology of that losing position, and now price is coming back to that level. So what are these traders going to do? They're going to bail out, and when they do that, obviously if there were sellers in here, right, that means they're going to buy to exit. That's going to create obviously buying demand, right? Now obviously you're going to get your break pullback traders coming in here anyway, regardless of that reality, but they just don't understand the psychology of that order flow. This isn't a stop hunt in my opinion. It's a little bit too full on beyond the level. So also the Euro's been one of the major trending pairs of the year so far, so I wouldn't expect this to be some type of stop hunt and a failure. I think to the upside is the play, so I just thought I'd explain that to you, and if you get that pullback, that might be a pretty decent place to get long. If you'd like to come join me in my brand new inner circle, click on the link below. I'd love to see you on the inside. Take care.